Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Chris. We're starting up a new series and we're going to be going through the book of Proverbs. Each time we get together, we'll be looking at a different chapter and hopefully extrapolating a few pearls of wisdoms or some maxims that we could apply to our personal spiritual formation. Today we're going to look in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 23. And this is what it says. If you turn at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you. Now, a number of years ago, believe it or not, if you look at me, you won't believe it, I used to be into cycling. And my folks had a place at the Jersey Shore, and there was a state park that had an 11-mile run that went right along the coast. It was all through the dunes. And one morning, I got out there on my bike, and I took off, and I was going south a little west. And of course, that morning, it was probably about a 25-mile-an-hour wind in my face. And I'm pedaling along, and I could normally do 30 miles in a day. That was in a ride. That wasn't that big of a deal. And at 7 or 8 miles, I'm just chugging along, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of this road I'm on. So finally, I get to the end. This is the days before cell phones, and if I had a cell phone, I probably would have called someone to come pick me up. But when I turned that bike around, I drank some water, clipped back in, and I took off. And now I had the wind at my back. And I was thinking, well, let me get to the first little station there. Maybe I'll give a call and have someone come get me. But I blew by that station, and I blew by the next one. And pretty soon, I was home. And that ride back took me almost a quarter of the time of the ride there because the wind was at my back. And what God says to us in this proverb is when we turn and go in the direction that we're supposed to go in, that His Spirit, that His wind will be at our back, and it will be aiding us in the journey. So whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're up to, if you don't feel the grace of God motivating you or push you, if you don't feel the wind of God at your back, maybe you need to turn. Maybe God is telling you to turn around. You're not going the right direction. So whatever you're doing now, if it's really rough sledding, it could be that God's just asking you to be faithful, but it could also be that you're going against the Spirit of God. So maybe God's telling you to turn, or there's a different direction. What the Spirit of God wants to do is give you the grace and the strength to do what He wants you to do. So I'd encourage you today, if God's telling you to turn, if God is giving you a reproof, turn and you'll feel the Spirit of God energize. You'll feel the Spirit of God, the wind of the Spirit, enter into your sails, and your journey will become lighter. So be encouraged today. Communicate with God and make sure you're going in the direction that He wants you to go. God bless you.